And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It's your favorite homegirl, E. Reed, your favorite host who loves to smile the most. I'm back, y'all. And you know what? I want y'all to sit back, relax, turn it up, and check this out. And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It's your favorite homegirl, E. Reed. I'm back with another Reality Radio episode. And today I'm talking about my 2 cents. That's right. And this is going to be a little bit of tea. Some of y'all probably follow the story already and already know what's popping off. But for those of y'all who don't, or you just want to hear my opinion, here it goes. All right. So this is what's popping off when it comes to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Nene leaks, Snakegate. No, not Snakegate. Cardgate. Well, and Snakegate. Yep. So and Cynthia and Kenya and celebrity blogger of over the last 10 years, over a decade, legendary celebrity blogger B. Scott. Okay, so check this out. So y'all already know, if you do follow Real Housewives of Atlanta, you already know what Cardgate is. You already know that Cardgate is where Cynthia received a nice little card with a little gift, a little care gift from Nene at her wine opening about, like, the episode aired maybe like 2 weeks ago. And it was a very nice little card that said, it was a nice card, period. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it was a nice card. But fast forward the tape, you had somebody leaked the card to celebrity blogger B. Scott. And B. Scott posted it. And then the conversation happened in the next episode between Nene, Cynthia, and Kenya, who leaked the card to the blogs. Kenya accuses Nene. Fast forward the tape to the most recent episode, and Candy, Tanya, Marlo, Nene, and I think Tanya had arrived. Oh, Giovanna was there. And Candy had asked Nene, okay, well, who's the one who leaked the card? Nene said that she didn't leak the card. She don't even know. She's not even friends with B. Scott. She's not even friends with B. Scott. And she's not the one who leaked it. And she said that Kenya the one who leaked it. And her name might be Nene Leaks, but she ain't the leak. She ain't leaking. Okay? So now that you all caught up about Cardgate, that's Cardgate. So the number one question is, before the tea I'm about to spill and what's already been put out there, is Nene thinks that Kenya did it. Kenya think that Nene did it. Right? Now when it comes to Snakegate is Nene has said to Candy in a one-on-one conversation at sitting at lunch, she had told Candy that there was a recording of Cynthia talking smack about Nene, and it was somebody that was close to the group or close to Cynthia or something like that. And so then people started calling the person a snake, which we don't even know who it is. A lot of people, especially social media, thought it might have been Giovanna, because Giovanna is coming off super, super extra thirsty. Okay, ever since she made an appearance last season, just super thirsty. And then not Tanya, I'm sorry. And then some people thought it might have been Mark. Some people thought I personally thought it was Kenya. I ain't even gonna lie. I had a whole little thing about that. And if you listen to my show enough, y'all already know my theory is that I thought it was Kenya, because I don't put nothing past Kenya. Okay, but obviously I was wrong. I'm here to admit that. I can do that. I can admit when I'm wrong. All right. So a lot of people thought several other people did it, right? Okay, so this is the tea. This the real truth according to B. Scott. I follow his podcast on Spotify, and so I just got through listening to it. Okay, I just got through listening to it. Let me tell you something. Nene full of it, yo. Like, mind you, we already know Nene be full of it a lot of the times. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I like Nene in certain parts. I don't like Nene altogether. Okay? She lost my respect a long time ago in respecting her as a whole person. All right. A long time ago, she lost that respect from me. So I'm good at compartmentalizing, so certain things I like, certain things I don't. Certain things I can't stand, certain things I'm like, okay, rah, rah. You feel me? No different than any other reality show star that be on these TV shows, because a lot of it has to do with editing. And then, of course, they got to make a storyline. You feel me? So Nene ain't got nothing going on like that. You feel me? So, of course, she ain't got no storyline. Giovanna ain't got nothing going on, okay? So the word on the street is that Giovanna and Nene got together and they created this little storyline. And then now you got Nene talking about there's this audio or whatever, which we learn, thank you, B. Scott, ain't no audio. No audio. So let me tell you something. Just like the Holts, just like Melody and Martell Holt on Love and Marriage Huntsville on the OWN network, here comes Nene, bold-faced lying about this situation. I feel like when reality show stars completely lie to create a storyline, they should be fired. That's my personal opinion. I feel like if you come on the show and you fabricate a storyline, you should be fired from the show, or you should be at least heavily punished for it in a financial aspect. Now, mind you, Nene was already suspended for 3 episodes or 2 episodes or whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, that ain't enough, in my opinion. And she was suspended for that, for something completely different. That had nothing to do with this. But this right here though, I feel like she need to be punished financially on a real serious note. Now, mind you, word on the street, she already got financial troubles. Okay? Now, I ain't one to gossip, but you ain't heard that from me because I heard it from somebody else. Okay? So, with that being said, right? And I heard it from people that validate all of this kind of stuff. Okay? So, with that being said, I feel like Nene needs to be punished for that. You flat out lied. It's a reality TV show. Now, the producers and the executive producers might be able to manipulate the environment in order to get the reaction out of the show, castmates that they need to get the reaction out of, especially when there's beef and animosity and tension between them all. But when it comes to you just gonna boldly flat out lie, nah, bruh, that ain't cool. That's fraudulent. That's straight fraud. That ain't what I signed up for when I watched this show. And I've been watching this show since the beginning of the season. Not the season, but the beginning since it started. All of these seasons, since the franchise started. Okay? I've said many times, I'm a big fan. I'm a Bravo super fan. Okay? I watch almost every show they've ever come out with, scripted and non-scripted. And with that being said, probably the only franchises I don't think I watch or pay attention to that much when it comes to the Real Housewives franchise, I don't watch Dallas and I don't watch Orange County. Cause for one, and this is no shade, no read, no shade, but Orange County is just comes off as it's too draining emotionally and mentally, because I feel like all I'm hearing is yang, 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 yang. I don't want to hear all of that. I don't want to hear all they arguments be stupid. They arguments be super whack and all of that. And then when it comes to Dallas, it's kind of like no shade, no read, but unless it's reality TV or reality radio, but no shade, no read, but and I really mean this, and I don't mean this in no disrespect, but all of the castmates kind of look alike, so I can't even tell who was who. I'm so serious. I gave Dallas a real strong try. I think I got into maybe 2 or 3 episodes when they first started, and I couldn't tell who was who. So when I got to do that much thinking and processing just to pinpoint whose storyline is who and recognize who is who, that's too much on my eyes, and I don't like doing all that kind of work. I ain't signed up for TV to work. Okay, so I'm digressing, but I just want to let you know that I be paying attention to these Bravo Housewives TV shows. So with that being said, I definitely pay attention to the Atlanta one. You know, I kind of wish they bring back the DC one. That one was a good one, but I know they had to get rid of the DC one because of everything that was going on with that one couple that broke, that crashed the White House dinner and stuff like that when Obama was in office. Like, that was real shady. That really was. But anyway, they should bring DC back. Hint, hint, Andy. But yeah, when it comes to Snakegate and Cargate, like, come on, man. Like, Nene stirred all of this up. And the cold part is, you want us to believe you when you're on screen talking about, I'm trying to better my life, and I'm seeking a life coach, and I just want to make peace, and I just want to move forward, but I don't want to apologize, and I just want us to just go on. Like, no, this is not how that works. This ain't the Nene show. And yes, you might have been at one time that chick. At one time, you might have been that chick when it comes to this show and this franchise and Bravo. Yes. But you know what? Your 15 minutes is up, boo. You running on fumes at this point because you are losing so much respect from the fans and the viewers. It's getting beyond ridiculous. I am in several Facebook groups and they go in on you. And you can make it seem like you this bad B all that you want and that it don't phase you or nothing like that. But understand this, boo. If you was never on this show, no one would care about you. You wouldn't be on no topics, no blog, you wouldn't be considered a celebrity for even a blogger to even care about you that is a celebrity blogger. Nobody on these radio shows that you be jumping on, that end up getting recorded on YouTube and stuff like that. Ain't none of these people would care about you. None of them. You wouldn't have gotten no all of the business opportunities you getting based on this franchise and all that kind of stuff. You wouldn't be getting none of that if you wasn't on this show. And I agree with B. Scott when B. Scott said that it's the bloggers that review the shows and things like that make the viewers want to look and watch the show. I agree with that. I strongly agree with that because he right. TV is almost dead for the most part. And now it's to the point where if you do got cable, you might Bravo is like, I don't know about other cable companies, but I know like we got Xfinity, so Bravo comes with it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's kind of like that can be changed at any given moment. And not only that, a lot of the storylines that's on Real Housewives of Atlanta, even this season, are boring. They're boring. So in a way, playing devil's advocate, okay? Considering the fact that everybody's storyline is boring, let's just go down the list, okay? Let's just go down the list of all the castmates and their storylines, and you tell me in the comments if you think they boring or not, or if you would be interested in them. Regardless of who it is, okay. So let's start with Cynthia. Cynthia opens up, has a new wine, okay, or a new wine company or something like that. So she's got that, and then she got engaged, and now she's planning a wedding. That's it. Candy, her and Ty still together. They finna have another baby through a surrogate. They makes money. They gets the bag. They gots coin. Her daughter moved out. As spoiled as her daughter is, and don't have basic living skills. Hold on. Let me digress real quick, because I didn't do my 2 cents on this. But let me digress on this, and I know this has nothing to do with Nene or Snakegate or Cargate or anything like that, but just let me tell you something. There is absolutely no reason in the world, Candy, that you have a daughter that is as privileged as your daughter is and everything that you have given to her, and you lacked teaching her basic living skills? Seriously? And we just gonna make light of that? Really? So basically what you taught your daughter is money fixes everything. Like, that's what I feel like your daughter learned, because her whole reaction when she realized she had to clean her own bathroom was a stupid, ridiculous, and ignorant reaction. And I'm sorry, that's on you. That ain't on nobody else. That's completely on you. Because your kids learn how to do things at home, not in the world first. Their practice platform to mess up and do things and learn things is at home. That's all on you. And you weren't as rich as you are now back then when you had her. You didn't have as many businesses then, so therefore you wasn't pulled in 50 million directions like you are now. So I'm sorry to say, but not sorry to say, that's on you, and you should have did better. And I hope that the next time we see her in her apartment, that she knows some things on how to live a basic life. Like, really, she don't know how to fill an ice tray. And the cold part is Candy, you was kikiing about it, laughing when she said it. That's your fault. That ain't her fault. That's your fault. Anyway, let me get back to the point. I apologize if it felt like I was on a rant, but I had to get that off my chest. All right, moving forward. So when it comes back to Nene and all of this extra stuff, so going back down the line of who got storylines and who don't. So we talked about Nene. We talked about Cynthia. We talked about Candy. Eva is basically non-existent. Eva pregnant again. Okay, moving forward. You got Tanya. Tanya got a fiance. She planning on getting married. She's from Toronto, Canada. She loves it. She's a proud Canadian. Great. Fabulous. Next story. Yovanna ain't got one other than she's like super thirsty and she is like Nene's super friend. Okay. Yovanna this season and last season, we just gonna focus on this season. Yovanna this season is who Cynthia was several seasons ago when she first got on and befriended Nene. So there's that. And then you have who else is left? Who else? Oh, Kenya. Okay, Kenya's storyline is interesting only because it's instant karma, and I think a lot of us viewers are tuned in to watch this karma this karma explosion in her face. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure some people probably feel bad for her because he comes off as very aggressive and abusive. But let's not forget who Kenya is, okay? Kenya is the most aggressive and abusive woman on the entire cast. Almost neck and neck to Nene. Okay? So let's just cut the bull on that one. Okay? Let's not even do that. I ain't got no sympathy tears for Kenya. That may sound real cold-hearted or whatever, and y'all can get on me if you want to. But if you don't watch the show and you have not seen everything that Kenya has done to people, unprovokingly done to people, then let me tell you something. Kenya deserves everything she getting right now. And I got a whole My Two Cents podcast on that, I think. Or I might have did it in a review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You gonna have to go back and check. I did. I went off on about it in the review that I did for Binge and Rewind, Reality Binge and Rewind, and the caption of it is actually talking about how Nene and Cynthia got what they deserved. Okay, so it's the episode where Kenya and Mark are talking, and you just see how aggressive Mark talks to her and stuff like that. So I don't have no sympathy for Kenya. Period and point blank. I don't care who she is. I don't care if she was one of the first, if she was a black Miss America or whatever. I don't care. That's old. We here today in 2020. I don't care what you did 2 decades, 3 decades ago. That ain't my business. Anyway, I know y'all like, dang, she just popping off. And I kind of am, because it's kind of like, who knew that Nene was lying? I'm curious to know if the production staff knew that Nene was lying. Did Andy know that Nene was lying? Who knew that Nene was lying about all of this and still allowed this to get video recorded? Like, still allowed this to play out on TV? Like, this is going, I just don't understand. I don't feel like this. I feel like somebody of production knew this was going to pop off. Somebody of production knew all of this. And it's just kind of like, oh, let's just see how this plays out kind of a thing to make good TV. But at the end of the day, it kind of doesn't make good TV, because a lot of the people that I've seen in reaction to what's been going on, a lot of people are like, they don't care. They're not even watching the season. So that's not good. Okay, and even though they had a high ratings, I think it was like 2 million viewer ratings on last week's episode. That is only because Us viewers love a good fight. Ain't no lie about that. We watch boxing. Us viewers love a good fight. So when you gonna put on the preview to make it seem like the girls is finna like throw hands on each other from after the episode is over for a sneak peek, then of course we gonna tune in the following week. But y'all played us. This is why I feel like production knew that Nene was lying, because production edited and did the preview to make it seem like for us to all tune in last week to see the fight when the fight gonna happen this week. So come on, man. Like, that ain't cool, man. That ain't what I signed up for. Now I feel like Real Housewives of Atlanta is really starting to turn into Love and Hip Hop type of production. Like, it's all manipulated, and now it's really, really looking like it's super fake. Super fake. Like, okay. And then, who else on the show? I think I went through everybody. Kenya, Cynthia, Nene, Candy, Tanya, Giovanna, and Eva. So, yeah, that's about it. You know? So, other than that, out of everybody whose storyline that I told you about, Cynthia get married in the wine, Candy, kid move out, and her and Todd are good. They having another baby, and they get more money. Eva is non-existent because she pregnant and just in and out of scenes and episodes or whatever. Tanya is a proud Canadian that lives in Atlanta. Giovanna is thirsty and right up under Nene. And Nene has lied. And Kenya's getting exactly what she deserves. I'm just saying, it's really boring. For this to be the 12th season, it's boring. It's almost like a reminder of, like, I think season 4. Because it was either season 4 or season 5 was like super boring. It was like watching paint dry. And that's what this feels like. You know what I mean? But here, that's neither here nor there. All I know is that there's supposed to be a fight coming up on this upcoming episode. And I just want to let y'all know, with my 2 cents, that I do not respect Nene when it comes to this situation. I feel like production knew something about it, or somebody of the production team knew something about it. I feel like the editing team was on some bumbleclot stuff, because for the simple fact that they sat up there and made us think that there was gonna be a fight and there wasn't. And I'm just kind of over it at this point. But shout out to B. Scott just spilling the tea, though, baby. Thank you so much, because I'm glad somebody put it out there and blasted her and told and wants to tell the truth, because we sure not gonna get it out of Nene. And I'm curious to see what Nene's response. He's exposed her. This exposure came out, I think, like yesterday. I think the exposure came out yesterday or the day before yesterday, and she ain't responded on nothing yet. But then again, maybe she did, because I did get a notification that Nene Leakes had went live, but I didn't watch it because I was busy doing something else. So, yeah, there's that. So, I don't know. Maybe I can go find it on her Instagram stories or something like that. But if not, I am definitely curious. And she got a YouTube channel. So, I would think that since you so big and bad, Nene, you would go on your YouTube channel and you would respond to B. Scott. Because let me tell you something. As a sideshow to this circus that you on Real Housewives of Atlanta, that is a sideshow that I will watch. Between you and B. Scott, I would watch that. I sure would. I would definitely watch that. So, y'all, you should go ahead and make that happen, Nene. You should respond to B. Scott. What would you say to B. Scott for exposing your business and spilling your tea? But y'all, I'm finna get up out of here. I'm gonna come back with y'all with something else. But I just had to let y'all know about that and get on here and plug up my microphone and break that down, because I was so ready to talk to y'all about this. So y'all let me know in the comments if you watching me and listening on YouTube, on Reality TV. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you listen to me on Spotify or Spreaker or Anchor, hit me up. And listen, some of y'all probably don't even know how to get in touch with me. But let me tell you something. If you want to email me something, especially if you an independent artist, I know this is so off topic, but if you an independent artist and you want your music heard, your poetry heard, or your comedy heard, email me at realityradio readalityradio@gmail.com. Readalityradio@gmail.com. Send that to me, and make sure it's an MP3 form. Make sure you give me all the information so that I can say your name and the titles and all that stuff, correctly. Because if you don't send me that, then I'm not finna play it. Don't just send me an MP3. Don't. And don't send me no link and tell me to go download it, because I ain't finna do that neither. I'm not finna do all that extra work. No, I'm just not. I'm just not finna do all that. Don't send me to your SoundCloud link. Don't do none of that. Because in order for you to have it on your SoundCloud, which means you gotta have uploaded it through to SoundCloud. So since you uploaded it, give me that track. Give me that. And if it ain't mixed and mastered, don't even bother sending it to me. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if the track sounds choppy and is garbage, I ain't playing it. I might not tell you that that's what it is unless you ask me. Unless you ask me my opinion, I ain't going to give it to you. But if I don't play it, then you already know. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping a one with you. Anyway, let me get up off here. I'm doing too much. It's probably the coffee. All right. I love y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all later. But make sure you hit me up on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor. And don't forget, if you listening to me on Anchor, you can send me a voice message. And if you send me a voice message, I can upload it to the show. Okay? And we can have a whole conversation with everybody listening. Wouldn't that be exciting? All right. I love y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Y'all have a blessed day. And I'm out, y'all. Bye.